Welcome back to the Pisces Man. Now this reading is for Pisces Ascendant and Pisces Moon signs. I'm using Vedic sidereal astrology, okay, from July 13th to July 20th. There's going to be some changes in the energy, all right? The last few days, the theme that was going on in your life was about home, okay? Emotional peace, some old things coming back into your life, maybe family issues, maybe some communication issues within your relationship. But now the focus will change from the 4th house to the 5th house. All right, it's shifting from emotional correction. It's going to shift to the 5th house, which is creative output. Okay, before it was family pressure. Now it's going to be all about intelligence. It's going to be about your children. Okay, it's going to be focusing more on career visibility. Okay, the biggest shift will happen on 16th of July when Sun goes into Cancer. And for Pisces, that's the 5th house. Okay, now if you didn't know, I've repeated this many times. The 5th house is the house of your creativity, okay, intelligence, romance, education. So from 16th July, your 5th house becomes strongly active. But there's one important point. Jupiter is already in Cancer. So when Sun goes into Cancer, Sun joins Jupiter in the same house. They are not exactly conjunct yet, okay? The exact conjunction will become strong later, towards the end of July. But from 16th July, they are in the same sign and same house, okay? Jupiter rules the 1st house and the 10th house. Jupiter is sitting in the 5th house. So Jupiter activates the 1st, the 5th, the 10th house. This is very strong. Okay, so Jupiter activates the 1st, the 5th, and the 10th house. This is very strong. The 1st house is you, okay? The 5th house is your intelligence. It's your creativity. Also your children, okay? Anything to do with teaching or learning. This is the 5th house. The 10th house is your career, okay? Status, your public work, your public image, the way people look at you, your status, okay? Now, Jupiter in the 5th can support your studies, your teachings, okay? If you're creating some sort of content online, it's going to help you. If you have any creative work, you're a musician, you draw, you sketch, you're a graphic designer, that sort of a thing. If you have something, you're trying to plan something for your career, it's going to help you in that. If you're planning to have children, you can't conceive, you want to have children, best time. This is the best time, okay? You will gain visibility through your own knowledge, okay? People will look at you and think, wow, this person is knowledgeable, because that's the kind of aura that you are going to emit during this time, okay? This is a really, really good time for you guys. It supports you guys in this aspect. But then, Sun goes into Cancer. Okay? And for Pisces, Sun is the ruler of the 6th house. So, The sixth house is, I would consider this not a good house. Sixth is a bad house because it represents work pressure. Okay, your competition, your enemies, your daily duties, your structure. Okay, also your health is seen from this house. So when Sun goes into the fifth house, it activates the fifth and the sixth house together. Okay, this means the fifth house becomes active, but not without pressure. All right, so you can see pressure comes in from the sixth house. So if you education that's Jupiter supporting, it is active, but now you have competition coming in. Okay, you're creative, you're making something, you're creating something. Okay, now the fifth house is active because you're creating something, but now you have a lot of work coming in, you need to put in the structure. Okay, you have children, or you're trying to make children. Okay, this house becomes active, but then the responsibilities come in, right? Romance is seen from the fifth house as well. But then ego, this is ego, the sixth house, that can come in. So this is not the time to gamble. Okay, emotionally, financially, not the time to speculate or guess. Okay, it's a time to use your intelligence properly. So the sixth house, the sixth lord in the fifth house can give good results when you are disciplined. Okay, sixth house is structure, sixth house is discipline. Okay, it will support you in your exams. It will support you if you want to solve issues. If you're some sort of a consultant, you solve other people's problems, you're working for people, it's going to help you in that. It's going to help you build that structure. Okay, I can give you my example. Health. Okay, health correction through routine. I've been working out for many years now. Okay, and I've let everything go. Like, I got really involved in my career, and I just completely lost touch with dieting, with exercising. I just completely, you can imagine, for the last 5-6 years I've gained so much weight, and I just completely let myself go. And when this transition is happening, I actually got back into my my routine, strangely. Okay, I don't know what made me, but I joined the gym again and I started exercising again, and you know what, feeling much better. Okay, so the sixth house is structure, health correction through routine. Okay, if you're making something creative work, for example, I'm making this YouTube video, it is creative. I'm doodling here and there, it's creative in a way. Okay, but I've made I make it with discipline. Okay, I'm trying to build a discipline, I'm trying to build a structure so I can post regularly. Okay, even though I have other things to do, I'm trying to build a structure. Okay, career will improve through whatever skill you have, whatever intelligence you have. Okay, but the problem is, if you don't handle this well, this can create problems for you. Okay, for example, in romance, ego. Okay, sixth house ego, fifth house is romance. Then you can see the problem. Fifth house is your children. Sixth house, you can say arguments. You can have some problems with the children. Okay, if you have fifth house is education, then stress comes in. Okay, fifth house also gives you overconfidence, with the sun especially coming in here. But with that, work pressure may affect your mental clarity. Okay, so if you want to understand this, if you want to take away anything from this, it says create but do not become arrogant. Okay, if you're studying, study, but don't burn out, don't burn yourself out. Okay, Take action, but not gamble. Don't gamble. Now, before Sun goes into Cancer on 13th of July, Sun and Mercury are very close in Gemini. Okay? And for you guys, Pisces, Gemini is the 4th house. So, Sun is the 6th lord. Mercury rules the 4th and 7th houses. So, the active houses are 4th, 6th, and 7th. Okay? This is still connected to your home, your relationships, your properties. Okay, this is the final pressure before Sun moves into the 5th house. So around 13th of July, just be careful with the communication at home, relationships. Watch out for ego with your family, documentation. Sun with Mercury can sharpen your thinking. Okay, but it can also damage your communication. Okay, so do not speak with someone. Don't argue. You can have a conversation, but don't turn that into an argument just to win. Okay, you will have intelligence. Don't use it like a weapon. If there's a relationship issue, keep it factual. Okay, if there's a family issue, keep it very calm. Okay, documents, read it properly. So after 16th July, the focus is going to shift to the 5th house. So that becomes the main stage. Okay, they're very important for Pisces Ascendants and Pisces Moon sign, because Jupiter is already supporting the 5th house. Okay, and now Sun goes into the same house. Jupiter wants growth through knowledge. Okay, Sun wants action. Sun wants clarity. Sun wants authority. Okay, but Sun is also the 6th lord. Okay, so the result becomes growth through discipline. Okay, career through knowledge. Creativity through effort. Education, but there's competition. Okay, you will get visibility, but you need to have a useful output. Okay, actually, I know the way I speak sometimes scare you guys, but this is a very, very good placement. Okay, this is very good, especially if you're into teaching, you're some sort of a content creator, you're into education, consulting, teaching someone, you're doing some business, children related work. 5th house is children related, maybe a kindergarten teacher, school teacher, if you're a public speaker, and if you're a Pisces ascendant, you have been delaying some sort of maybe application or studying for some exam. Okay, this is the period to start producing that. Okay, start doing that. Okay, don't just think. Make something. This is the time to create. Okay, create something. Okay, don't plan. If you keep planning now, you will plan forever, and that's it. You'll forget about it. Do it. Execute it. Okay. Jupiter in the 5th will give you a lot of intelligence. Okay, Sun is going to push you. Okay, intelligence with a push. Okay, but because Sun is the Lord of the 6th house, the push may come through pressure. Okay, so don't wait until you feel comfortable. You will not feel comfortable. Okay, use the pressure. Venus is still in Leo, your 6th house. So, and Venus is not comfortable here. So for Pisces, Venus rules the 3rd and 8th house. So Venus is active. Okay, Venus is active, and it activates the 3rd, 6th, and 8th house. Okay, it can bring friction in your relationships, hidden issues, your health correction, because you now recognize something is going wrong. Like, for example, I told you that I'm just joining the gym now because I felt that I'm gaining weight. You might feel there would be some criticism coming in from maybe your partner, your relationships. Okay, you will feel emotionally uncomfortable. Okay, and also Venus looks at the 12th house, which is expenses, so control your expenses. Okay, so while Jupiter and Sun activate creativity, Venus will create distractions. Okay, so all you Pisces ascendants, you need to be careful. You may have great ideas, you may have strong creative energy, you may want to study, do something, build something, but relationship tension, health problems, work stress, some hidden issue can pull your attention away. Okay, so do not let the 6th house steal your 5th house. Okay, meaning what I'm trying to say is, do not let small arguments, criticism, laziness, your own comfort become your own enemy. Okay, if you have a routine, don't let that get damaged because of the 6th house. Okay, don't let it stop your work. Okay, if you're gonna have these small arguments, it's gonna destroy your creative focus. Okay, Venus in the 6th house needs practical correction. But if you keep giving emotional reactions, that's not gonna work. Now Mars is still in Taurus, the 3rd house, and Mars rules the 2nd and 9th house. So your 2nd, your 3rd, your 9th house active. Very useful. Okay, 2nd house is money, speech, family. 3rd house is your effort, skills, communication, writing, courage, media. Okay, 9th house is your luck, your father, your teachers, your whoever older than you that is giving you knowledge. So Mars is giving you one direct message here. Luck comes through effort. It's not coming through passive luck. The more you work, the better your luck is. Okay, it's not about waiting anymore. It's for you to put in the action. Okay, effort-based luck. Okay, so during this time, do something. Apply for that job, study, communicate, build something, build a skill. Take a short trip if needed. Push your work forward. Mars in the 3rd is excellent for action, but Mars also makes your speech sharp. So, because it rules the 2nd house. So avoid any harsh words. Don't fight. No aggressive driving, because that can make you drive aggressively as well. Okay, use the Mars effort. Okay, don't use the conflict. Now on 19th of July, Mars and Saturn form the 60-degree relationship. Okay, Mars and Saturn. Okay, and for Pisces, Mars is the 3rd house, Saturn is in the 1st house. So this activates the 1st house and the 3rd house. This is good for discipline action. Okay, Saturn will give you structure. Mars will give you effort. And this is great together because they now support your consistent work, your training. Okay, amazing if you want to hit the gym, exercise. Anything that gives you long-term success. So long-term effort. Okay, it's not this flashy energy that you get immediately. It is a productive energy. It takes time. You build, and then it shows you. Okay, that's the sort of energy that's going to build up here. Okay, you need to do the work, repeat the action, and don't depend on your mood. Do not wait for motivation. And for Pisces ascendants, this can be useful because Saturn in the 1st may make your body feel really, really heavy, tired, fatigued. Okay, but Mars in the 3rd will give you the courage to keep moving. Okay, so if you use this properly, 19th of July can really, really help you become more consistent. Okay, now let's talk about the main life areas, your career. This week is going to be really, really good for your career. Jupiter rules your 10th house, sits in the 5th house. Sun enters the 5th house. Mars supports the 3rd house. Okay, 3rd house of your efforts. This is good for content creation, any sort of teaching, working basically. Career is looking really, really good. Okay, you will get career visibility through knowledge. Okay, but Sun as the 6th lord means effort and workload are required. Okay, career wise, I would give it an 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. Okay, money wise, Mars rules the 2nd house, sits in the 3rd house. Mars can improve through exercise. Okay, you want to improve your Mars? Exercise, physical movement. Okay, that will improve. Money. Your money can improve through communication. Okay, because the 2nd house, it can improve through skills. Okay, self-effort. But Venus in the 6th can bring expenses, so learn this. You don't need that Gucci bag. You don't need that expensive shoes. You don't need all that just because you want to make yourself feel better. Okay, I would give it a 7 if Venus was not giving you expenses. Okay, don't spend. I would give it a 6.5. Okay, don't spend recklessly at least. Okay, relationships, the 5th house activates. It can bring you romance, attraction, emotional expression, but Sun as the 6th lord will bring ego, criticism, conflict into your romance. Okay, Venus in the 6th also shows relationship being corrected somehow, needs correction, or you trying to correct something in your relationship. So relationships are not bad, but they need maturity. What you guys can do is do not criticize your partner, okay, whoever you're in relationships with. Okay, do not compete with your partner. Do not bring ego into your love. Okay, relationship rating, I would give it a 6 out of 10. Okay, health wise, Sun as the 6th lord active, Venus in the 6th active, Saturn still in the 1st house, peak Sarisati. So health routine really, really matters here, because what you need to watch out for this time is your digestion, okay, your stress, so you don't overwork yourself. Okay, watch out for these things. Emotional heaviness. The 5th house also connects with intelligence and mental clarity. So if routine is bad, your decision making becomes really poor. So health rating, I would give 5.5 out of 10. Needs attention. Okay. Creativity and studies. This is the strongest area. Jupiter in the 5th, Sun going into the 5th, Mars supporting your efforts. Very good for all the creative effort. Okay. Children, I would give it an 8.5 out of 10. Okay. Avoid thinking you are right without checking. Always check. Don't gamble. Okay. So 8.5 out of 10. Now, the biggest opportunity. Use this week to create something. If you're a creative person, write that script, record that video, start that course, study properly, teach what you know, apply the knowledge, take your intelligence seriously. You have something. I'm sure you have some interest that you need to grow. Okay? Sun is giving you visibility. Mars is giving you effort. Use all this. Okay. Now, the biggest warning this week, do not misuse the 5th house. The 5th house is not only romance and creativity, okay? It is also speculation, gambling. So avoid any risky investments, impulsive decisions, also overconfidence. Okay, so it can cause ego clashes. Okay, Sun, the sixth lord, can turn pleasure into pressure. Okay, especially if you act carelessly. Okay, now the remedies, I can give you this. For Sun, if your Sun is weak in your house, in your chart, wake up early. Keep discipline. Keep yourself disciplined. And do not let ego control you. Okay, respect your father, respect your seniors, respect the authorities. That will improve your Sun. Jupiter, if your Jupiter is weak, okay, you want to activate your Jupiter, you need to study, teach, read something useful, read something meaningful, read a book, guide someone. Okay, use your knowledge. That will activate your Jupiter. Okay, and for Mars, exercise, physical work. Okay, check your iron levels. Check your iron levels. Okay, take the action. Don't argue. Don't get triggered. Okay, Mars can give you anger, so you need to control that. All right. For Venus in the sixth, reduce any unnecessary luxury spending. Do not criticize your partner. Fix your routine. Okay, and that should be it. That should fix a lot of issues for Venus. Okay. Now, from 13th to 20th July, your focus is going to shift. The last period brought emotional correction. Okay, this period is going to bring creative activation. Okay, Sun goes into Cancer. Jupiter is there. Your fifth house opens, and this can support your fifth house things like romance and career and children. Okay, creativity, intelligence. But because Sun rules the sixth house, this gift comes with pressure. So do not waste it through your ego. Okay, do not waste with your laziness. Okay, don't make any risky decisions. Okay, create, study, teach, apply. Use your intelligence, okay? And this week can open something useful. But only if you stop reacting and start creating. Okay, thank you so much, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.